Ever wondered what makes UFC champions virtually invincible? Welcome to the exhilarating world of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where the phrase "survival of the fittest" assumes an entirely different dimension. At present, the UFC is a haven for a slew of champions who are more than mere fighters. They are craftspeople of their field, molding the trajectory of their careers with every punch, every kick, and every takedown. They are not simply athletes. They are strategists, psychologists, and philosophers, all rolled into. Their training regimes are not for the weak-willed. They drive their bodies to the edge, perfecting their skills and preparing their minds to endure the rigors of the Octagon. They are students of the art of war, mastering a variety of martial arts styles that lend a distinctive touch to their fighting approach. What truly distinguishes these champions is not just their physical strength, but their mental toughness. They are armed with persistent resilience, an unstoppable spirit that refuses to yield no matter how formidable the adversary or bleak the circumstance. They maintain their cool in the face of chaos, thinking clearly even as their bodies scream in protest. This is what renders them so successful, so unassailable. But let's not lose sight of this. Each of these champions contributes something unique. Some are unmatched in their ground game, others boast a striking capacity that can knock an opponent out in an instant. Some are famous for their ultra-quick reflexes, others for their ironclad defense. They are as varied as they are dominant, each contributing a fresh twist to the constantly evolving story of the UFC. So, when you tune to a UFC match next time, keep this in mind. These champions are not born, they are created from sweat, blood, and an uncompromising will to win. Their ascent to the pinnacle is not a race, but a marathon, a tribute to their long-lasting willpower and unwavering determination. And that's what crowns them the unseen champions of the UFC. But what about the ones who are yet to wear the belt? Let's shift our focus to those who are climbing the ranks, the rising stars who are making their mark in the UFC. Take a moment to envision a new breed of fighters, those who are steadily yet surely shaping the future of MMA. They come from all walks of life, each with their own unique backgrounds and fighting styles, and each with a burning desire to reach the top. Let's start with the one they call the Nightmare. Raised on the streets and honed in the ring, he's a fighter who's proven that adversity is merely another opponent to conquer. His aggressive striking style, combined with an ironclad defense, has seen him rise swiftly through the ranks. Then there's the Prodigy, a young woman who has taken the UFC by storm. A former Olympian with a background in wrestling, she's demonstrated a level of tenacity and skill that has left many seasoned fighters in awe. Her grappling prowess, coupled with a powerful ground and pound technique, has made her a formidable opponent in the Octagon. And who could forget the silent assassin? A man of few words, he prefers to let his fists do the talking. A master of the knockout punch, his explosive power and precision have left many an opponent staring at the lights. And let's not overlook the Visionary, a fighter who's known for his strategic approach to combat. A chess player in the Octagon, he's always 3 moves ahead, methodically breaking down his opponents with a combination of speed, agility, and tactical brilliance. These rising stars are more than just fighters, they are the future of the UFC. They embody the spirit of the sport, pushing the boundaries of what's possible inside the Octagon. Each one of them is a testament to the power of determination, discipline, and sheer will. So as they continue their ascent, remember their names. For they are not just contenders, they are the potential champions of tomorrow. Keep your eyes on these rising stars, for they may be the future champions. What about those who are seen as the underdogs, yet refuse to back down? Yes, let's take a moment to delve into the world of those fighters who don't necessarily get the limelight, but who, with an indomitable spirit and unyielding resolve, step into the Octagon, ready to challenge the champions, the underdogs. They're the ones who don't let the odds define them. They're the ones who might not have the most impressive record, but what they lack in statistics, they make up for with grit, determination, and a never-say-die attitude. They're the ones who take every punch, every kick, every takedown, and still find the strength to stand up and fight back. Let's think about their past fights. Their victories might not be as numerous, their knockouts not as flashy, but each one tells a story of resilience, of triumph over adversity. Every scar, every bruise is a testament to their tenacity, a badge of honor they wear with pride. Now, let's consider their strengths. They might not possess the raw power of the champions or the technical finesse of the rising stars, but what they do have is heart. An underdog's heart is their greatest weapon. It's what keeps them going when the odds are stacked against them, when everyone else has written them off. It's what makes them step into the octagon time and time again, ready to face whatever challenge comes their way. And what do they bring to the octagon? They bring unpredictability, they bring the thrill of the unexpected, they bring the promise of an epic fight because they have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So let's give it up for the underdogs. They might not always come out on top, but they always give it their all, they always put up a fight, and they always remind us of why we love this sport. They might be the underdogs, but they are fighters through and through. Never underestimate the heart of a warrior. So who's leading the pack in the UFC right now? In the world of mixed martial arts, the UFC rankings are the barometer of greatness, the measure of a fighter's prowess in the octagon. Let's take a dive into the current standings and get to know the reigning champions in each weight class. Firstly, in the featherweight division, we have a fighter who's been nothing short of dominant, with a record that speaks volumes about his tenacity and skill. He's been tearing through the competition, leaving a trail of defeated opponents in his wake. It's not just about the number of wins, though, it's the manner in which he's achieved them, a blend of brute force and tactical brilliance. The future looks bright for this fighter, with a host of potential matchups on the horizon that promise to test his mettle. Moving up to the lightweight division, the top spot is currently occupied by a fighter who's made a name for himself with his relentless aggression and impressive grappling skills. His recent fights have been a masterclass in control and precision, and he's shown no signs of slowing down. The question remains, who will step up to try and dethrone the king? In the welterweight division, we have a champion who's been on an unbeaten run. His striking accuracy and defensive prowess have seen him rise to the top, and his record is a testament to his ability to come out on top in the toughest of fights. With several high-stakes matchups on the cards, his reign is set to be an exciting one. Lastly, in the heavyweight division stands a fighter who's been nothing less than a force of nature. His knockout power has left many an opponent staring at the lights, and his recent fights have only solidified his position at the top. But as we know, in the world of UFC, every reign is under constant threat. These are the current kings and queens of the octagon, but who will be next to challenge their reign? But what truly sets the UFC apart from other sports? Well, let's delve into the fascinating world of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. At its core, the UFC is a showcase of dedication and sacrifice. Each fighter trains for countless hours, pushing their bodies to the limit and beyond, all for those precious few minutes inside the octagon. It's a raw, unfiltered display of human potential and resilience, where victory is often decided by mere seconds or inches. But it's not just about physical prowess. These fighters also display an extraordinary level of mental fortitude. They step into that cage knowing the risks, knowing the pain they might endure, but they do it anyway, driven by an unwavering determination to prove themselves the best. The UFC is also a truly global phenomenon. It's not confined to any one country or culture. The fighters come from all corners of the globe, each bringing their unique style and technique. From the devastating Muay Thai of Thailand to the intricate Jiu-Jitsu of Brazil, the UFC is a melting pot of martial arts, a testament to the diversity and unity of the human race. And let's not forget the feats of athleticism. From gravity-defying kicks to lightning-fast punches, these athletes push the boundaries of what's possible. They're not just fighters, they're modern-day gladiators, performing at a level most of us could only dream of. Of course, the UFC isn't just about the fighters, it's about the fans, the millions of people around the world who tune in to every event, who cheer, who cry, who live and breathe every moment. They're a part of the UFC's story just as much as the fighters themselves. So what sets the UFC apart? It's the dedication, the sacrifice, the global appeal, the feats of athleticism. But more than that, it's the passion, the spirit, the unwavering belief in the pursuit of greatness. The UFC is more than just a sport, it's a testament to the human spirit and the relentless pursuit of greatness.